What's up, guys? This is me, Victor Crispin from Skillify.com, and today's episode is gonna be the continuation, the third one from this, 1, 2, 3 setup that I just set up, and posted online. So today we're actually gonna go ahead and do all these things that are set up right here. By the way, if you're new, you just skip both episodes and you just want to come ahead and do the step-by-step stuff. Basically today in this video right now, we're just gonna do basically find a domain name by domain name and hosting, whatever maybe. Installing the best and the most essential components for your website. Then from there we're gonna do some light customization or whatever it may be, like just a logo, just to set it up how we kind of want it to look. And then basically that's the end of this tutorial. So from there we're gonna go and alright, so I want to show you guys something real quick, showing you that some of the websites that I have or had before and other stuff. So, and I recommend you guys do this as well. Right here, go on Excel if you have that, or your Google Documents, and go ahead and just create a spreadsheet, put in your business name, domain, just setting those things up, all those tabs real quick, all the way up to here and down. And then you can put other stuff like passwords. Keeping yourself organized is the main step for everything, so you don't get lost. So right, I just want to give you a quick talk about certain things I've done over the years. And my oldest site, one of the oldest that I actually published for somebody else, helping them out when I was involved in the organization as well. So this is a foundation for my father, and I just did a website for him a long while ago. It was like about 5 years or more. And then right then and there I used that service right there. Right now it's not currently online, so if you dare go just over here, it's not going to show up. So right now, currently my current projects right now that I'm working on and will be working on. So Skillify.com, basically this whole setup that we have here, where I'm teaching you guys, the whole, like the hub where you come and learn how to implement your offline or whatever, even a new business or even an online business or whatever, how to implement it in this digital age and make it viable to work for you, So right now for that one I'm using Site 5. Only reason I have it there is because I want to save the trouble of just migrating the site over to another one, another hosting, another company, and I've had it for 3 years. But that's when I bought the domain name and the hosting. So technically I've been maintaining that for 3 years. I haven't done anything with it. So that's so you can get a little foundation in your head that you may be planning a business for all those years, you haven't done anything or taken action. Well, it's just better to just go ahead and take action. Skillify.com, I really started putting work into it about 3 months ago when I started posting articles on it and all this type of stuff. But then I saw that I had a kind of flaw with the way my website was designed, so I just shut it down. The articles are gonna be there as soon as I launch them and all that. But yeah, so thankfully right now I'm just redesigning all that stuff. I'll release it some later date and tell everybody to go there. So Above the Finance, you guys kind of saw that on the previous video. You didn't see that. AboveTheFinance.com, a place for you to learn about finance if you want to learn more about insurance, investments, or whatever it may be. I'm licensed. Other people are licensed to speak about that type of stuff, so you'll get quality information for people that actually trained and went to school for that. And for that website I have eHost. That has been offline for 1 month, and we're still designing and finishing. Like if you go right now at this moment in time from this video, maybe in the future it might already be finished. You could see that's a great example of something we might build in the future. Because basically every other stuff I'm implementing here on this whole video course, I'll be implementing on that also. And the one that we're going to build today, actually, on the previous video, I wasn't so sure of what I was personally going to do for this whole thing, or what website, but I decided what better than to use myself, right, as an example. So I'm actually make a website for myself. And there you go. So that's no, then a future project for my real estate. That's like stuff I'll speak about in the future. Alright, so right now, what type of site are we going to build today? Going throughout this whole little course, I'm gonna actually, since I'm gonna have different systems implemented for this to get people to go to and all that, I'm also show you guys as a different example another website in case you wanted to implement something else, or a different example, a different method. And forgive me for the background noise, because I'm on the second floor and upstairs they're making a noise, moving around and all that. And yeah, so the point of the website we're doing right now, basically this part of this whole tutorial today will be viable for everything else. So this will be useful for any type of website you could create in the future. It doesn't matter like what type of method, but this is like the creation process. So for VictorCrispin.com, that's my name. and that's just gonna be a personal business brand new site where I'll be posting my, my advertisements, my services, my skills, and people could go there for, send me questions. Like, you could go there. By the time we finish the tutorial, this whole thing, you guys will be able to go there yourselves and buy services from me, like, paid calls, like, whatever, consulting, or even simple questions about the tutorials, and I'll answer either way, it doesn't matter. And schedule things with me, that's basically one thing. And let's go ahead. So I just told you guys basically me, and then that website you'll be able to pay and all those things. I'll show you guys ways to accept credit cards for your services or whatever it may be. So, alright. So the first step is technically find a domain name, alright? Okay, so if you go to hosting.skillify, that'll just take you right away. Like, I'll post the link everywhere around here so you guys could quickly go there. And basically that'll just be using the Skillify name to go through it from YouTube, so that way it could be easier for you guys just to click. I also get paid in commissions and all that if you guys decide to use this service. You could go to GoDaddy or whatever it may be. But I recommend this is the system that you'll be looking at basically the whole time that we're doing this whole thing. And if you already experienced or whatnot, it doesn't matter. But yeah, so eHost, they got their own plan, $275 per month, $50 discount. And basically the one thing, they give you free domains, free email addresses, the important part. And ignore the free marketing tools, certain things like that, like 1,000 templates. That's all trash. Basically every other company, they all offer that type of stuff. The only good things that you may get out of this is actually the $100 bonus and the $200 bonus you get for Bing, Yahoo, and Google ads. That means you just got there $200 worth of free advertising to go towards your house, your website. I mean, not your house. That's another place. But yeah. And the next thing that's important is that you're gonna get the blog, WordPress tools, and the cPanel. And I'll show you guys how all this stuff goes together, how it works, and how to set it all up. And then here they got all this stuff. There's just extra services and other things that they offer. Basically, you're getting all of this by just buying the domain and whatever. And don't worry, free domain, free email address, all this stuff is just included. I'm just showing you because remember on the previous tutorial, I told you guys about having a reliable service that is gonna be up most of the time, and it's gonna initially, even if you don't have a business and you're trying to create any type of business, this is cheap enough for you to work with. So if you go ahead, click get started. I'm actually purchased my own name. Alright, get started. Hopefully this stuff is gonna work. Alright, so right now we already know it's gonna be my name that we're trying to pick. But so for any type of other thing, let's just create a fictional company real quick, just to give you an example, and let's see if it's picked on another name. So let's go ahead and pick on calculator company. Yes, very, nobody, it's just want to pick a company, a name or a website that might have already been taken. Oh yeah, so look at that. So for example, whatever name, like remember the previous tutorial, you're either gonna pick your brand name or your company name, or like a general category of your company. So your company is a calculator company that makes calculators, calculatorcocompany.com, right? So you basically decide a good name that was gonna fit to your brand. For example, I picked Skillify.com. It's gonna be taken obviously because I already bought it a long while ago, and that goes towards my brand, right? But today, since we're doing a personal website, I want to just name it Victor Crispin. Easy as that, right? Get my domain. Boom. So it goes ahead and all of this and that. So it's available, and it's gonna tell you already. So go through that. And if also, quick step, real quick, is this. If you're using this step, basically you didn't decide to use eHost to just buy your domain and the hosting service, and you want to use eHost as your hosting service, and you already bought a domain somewhere else like GoDaddy or whatever, or GatorHost, Hosting Gator, then you put it here and it'll continue through the whole process, and later on you set it up. Alright, so I'm gonna cheat real quick because since I'm already a customer of theirs, they send me a lot of promotions and a lot of free things that I'm gonna get their services for $1 for every month, so it's basically $12 for me. And for practicality's sake, let's just actually go through all this, how you will go through it, but I'll be paying the $12 though. So so my full name, I already got registered for this, so it's gonna say I'm already been registered. Alright, so you see, basically, congratulations, Victor. The name is available for free because it's a .com name and 60% off. So this is not my information actually. I'm gonna blur that stuff off. Alright, so you go down here and you just pick the premium 1 month to start off. So if you're just somebody, whatever may be, like all this information, I'm gonna block that stuff off. Like you guys can see that in the future. Matter of fact, I'm gonna use my PayPal for this. So you pick the $1 a month, so it's gonna be $5, $6 a month. It's pretty cheap for domain and hosting, and you get a lot of good services. I'm not trying to promote them like that, but I am getting commissions based on whoever decides to use that link. If you want to, not necessarily have to, but yeah. Basically, you go ahead. Let me log out of this because I'm not using this to buy my domain. Alright, so let me reload this real quick. Look at that. They just made me lose that, but 1 sec. Alright, so we're going back. I just resumed real quick. I went back to my email. Alright, so you see they sent you, deals like this every once in a while. So I came back now. I got my stuff. I got my $1 promotion. By the way, this is not fake. They just sent me a 90% discount because of the fact I'm already one of their members. But yeah, this stuff is gonna be blurred out because obviously it's like private information, and I also have all the people's information there, like in the credit card information. So I'll fill this up. Okay, so 1 month, my name is selected, flash sale, whatever. Then complete. I'm gonna take you to PayPal. I will pay real quick and then back and forth. A few seconds. So there you go. See, you already just learn how to find a domain name, which is basically easy as that. You pick the name that you liked based on whatever company or brand that you like. Then blah 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 blah. Yeah, agree. By the way, if you guys don't know what PayPal is, it's just like another way of paying, and then it's like an online bank, in other words, to make it simple. And from there is a way that you guys will also accept, payments from other people that want things, or unless if your business is just being paid directly, once you do meet that person or whatever it may be, you'll still be able to charge in that way. If that's your business model, whatever type of way you were able to get paid in your business. But yeah, look at that. Congratulations, we just upgrade, blah blah blah. They're trying to upsell me some more services for them. I'm not gonna pick no of that, so just click no thank you. And basically just there, right there, we just did 2 steps out of this whole thing. So we just technically found a domain, we bought domain and hosting. Because the good thing about them is that just now, because of the fact that you did that, you just buy your hosting and then your domain at the same time. And then they're all hosted on the same place. So you don't gotta bother yourself with that. And don't add that because I already have that with my whole account, so I'm not really gonna create and get all that extra stuff. And I hope they did pick my same email. Alright, so continue. It's gonna take me to like the account manager, and from there, bam, I got my name. I could pretty much I'm gonna copy this and make a new thing here. It's not gonna be available right away. See, like I told you guys that we talked about in the previous video, that once you do buy a domain, now just basically all the stuff is just sending out through like blasting like quickly throughout the internet, so that people can actually go to that website, right? But now you can still work on it while all that stuff is going around. And pending subscription, your request is currently being blah blah blah. Alright, so as you guys see, I got both the finance right here and victorcrispin.com. The order is pending right now, so that's going or whatever may be. I'll just pause the video now and I'll return back when this is over. Hey guys, it's actually resumed because I had to pause the whole thing because I had to go technically until they sent me the confirmation email and all that from eHost. But I got good news because while those hours were going by, I did a few more things. Like in the background, more things that I'm gonna show you guys. like in this whole tutorial. This might go on for like an hour or a little bit extra than that, but regardless, it's just good information for you guys to know. Alright, so by the time you already go to your hosting or whatever service you decide to pick, you're gonna have your site, right? And just to confirm that about the stuff, yeah, so victorcrispin.com is mine. Like, now you can see this, victorcrispin.com. It doesn't have anything here. It's gonna say an error because I haven't uploaded anything or installed, not even a single thing. But yeah, like, see, I have September 16, and it was earlier 3 p.m. when we did this, but then, it took 3 hours because the payment method I used, PayPal, I don't know why it kind of took me long to verify the whole thing. Now, but most of you guys are gonna be using your own credit cards or debit card information, and that should go like on the snap. And alright, so if you go ahead and click on manage, it should take you to a cPanel, like right here. And let me get my notepad real quick. The next thing on this whole list of things to do, so we come back here to the PowerPoint. Alright, so we did all of this right here. Let me just slash. Sorry for that, but yeah, we did all those too. Now it's time to install the simple components. And if you guys see your cPanel hosting or whatever, it might look different depending on whatever company you picked, or if you picked the same one as me. So you'll see all these things like domain privacy. Just for now, ignore all of those things. Like, the only main thing that you're really gonna be using at the beginning is just email accounts, and you just create as much emails as you like. And then here you could check basic stats, but I'm gonna teach you guys how to set up Google Analytics, which is the best way that you could track how many people went in your site and all this type of stuff, and super detailed information, as even all the way down to the state and location where they came from to your website. Yeah, so if we keep going around, we're gonna go to quick installs, and we're gonna click on WordPress. Like, remember, you guys told you that we're gonna do the quickest way to make your website, and here it saves us a whole bunch of steps, because if we don't use this step, that's just clicking here and just setting it up, we will have to just download it from the computer, set it up, create a database, and all this extra stuff that stuff that you could learn later on. Like in the advanced mastermind course, I'll teach more in depth about every little single thing, so that way you could be extra educated, but it's just extra stuff to know in case you need to do or fix something yourself. Alright, so this is just extra stuff here. You don't pick none of that, and you click here, install WordPress. Then it's gonna tell you to install which path. I just want to install them right away in victorcrispin.com. And if you pick it's only Victor Crispin, but if you decide you could do this, if you just want to build a blog like that, that's where the extension is gonna be. But I would suggest right now to leave that blank, so that whenever you type victorcrispin.com, automatically that thing this whole website that you set up is gonna appear right there. Alright, so my admin email, let's set one up real quick for the same email hosting. So down accounts. So right here you can already see Victor. See, super easy. Well, actually, I'm gonna create a few, because I know some of y'all whatever. So but yeah, 500, that's enough. Create account, just unlimited, doesn't matter. You're never gonna be using that much either way. I'm gonna create another one, simple enough. Like, I know my passwords and stuff, so like I already know they're secure enough. So I have two, and then admin, and then Victor. So I'll just pick this one for the one that we're gonna use. You could just put your Gmail, actually, like that will, like I could use this, it will work easily. But since I want to use this, and then I'm gonna redirect all the emails that go to this, to Victor or contact or whatever thing or whatever extra, because I'll teach you another tutorial on creating emails, like more in depth as to how to get to it. I'll make them redirected to my actual Gmail, so it could be quicker. And the blog title is just gonna be called Victor Crispin, because that's just me. Admin user Victor Crispin. First name Victor, last name Crispin. Now, so when you're creating your website or whatnot, if it's not like personally branded or whatever, your admin user doesn't have to be like that. I just suggest to never do this, never make it admin. It just, remember, people are messed up on the internet. They like to go ahead and try to hack people, but I'll keep teaching you guys more ways that you secure your website so that you could prevent people from going and trying to do nasty or evil things to your website, like taking it over, whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna just do Victor Crispin, Victor C. There you go, that's better. Blog title could be, for example, your company is Amazon, you pick Amazon. You know what I mean? Just basic stuff that's automatically gonna be put as the default. And then you just click install WordPress. Ignore this trash. It's just them selling you stuff. I'll teach you guys about more business strategies. They just doing so there you go, see credentials. So here we got the admin. I might also teach you guys how to change this because for security reasons, just in general, but not now. So we could just go here, like if I reload this, you're just gonna see the basic site. Look at this. It should show up in a few seconds. Alright. Let me just exit out of it and then come back real quick. If it doesn't work like that right away, it's just probably still propagating. So if anything, okay, see, yeah, it's still propagating. Oh, never mind, I know what it is. Yeah, that's probably what. Alright. Epic fails be like, but yeah. So pretty much right now, that's one of the things I was telling you guys about. So basically, when you have the website, like I told you on the other tutorial, once you have a new domain, like a new website name, for example, www.google.com, propagation, your name, you won't be able to use it right away because it takes a certain amount of time to distribute throughout the world and all the whole internet, you know, whatever mumbo jumbo when we read the cloud. So it takes time for that to go through. And then I'm sitting here like, look at that, we already created our email accounts. We already installed WordPress. So let me go here. Sorry for that real quick. Let's go here and, Control D. Alright, so to do, and here is WordPress, right? So we did right now. Alright, so what's next? After this whole stuff starts working again, whenever it does work. Right now it's giving us problems. But matter of fact, I'll just pause this until it just works again. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright guys, so technically, forgive me for that. You might see that it's a whole change of scenery here. Is that I found a little problem when I was making the whole video, and then it just paused, and then it's just 2 days later. This is where I'm in right now. Like, so you guys can see the clock down here. Well, probably not because it's covered by my face or something. But yeah. So right now my domain name Victor Crispin is correctly working. Alright. So that means you could go to victorcrispin.com and by the time you get this, you're gonna see the changes though, but you won't get this screen. So like I did myself, because I knew I might run into the propagation problem that my domain name might not work until a few hours or a day or so. So just don't be scared when you go through the process and yours doesn't work at all. So don't worry, this password is gonna be changed absolutely, because I know people might try to come in and try to join with that. And yeah, so basically, alright, so what's the next step? We set up the WordPress, right? So let's just thankfully log into our WPRP. So here for this account is Victor C, and the password is, I really do not remember that. Let me just really copy that real quick. Microsoft Excel. Yeah, but bam, log in. Yeah, don't remember that. I'm gonna change that before I even release the whole video. Okay guys, so by now you should have a screen just like that you basically see, welcome to WordPress. Would you like help to? No, thank you. Pretty much, I don't even know what they're gonna try helping me with. Because sometimes a good thing about WordPress is that they release constant updates of the whole software and a lot of extra stuff. So they're constantly helping people out with extra things and all that. And if we go real quick over here to visit site, let's see if anything changed right now. Because we did log in. Okay, good. See? We logged in, and this is basically our site. This is how it looks so far. And it doesn't look so pleasing or appeasing or whatever maybe. And we have a comment or something, like a title post. If it was me, I'll delete it, but just to keep it kind of, not that empty, let's just leave it here. Alright, so the next step after creating the WordPress and having everything else set up, I want you guys to come over here to the plugin section, and we're going to be installing a few things that are really important. If you have this thing right here, like that, Mojo Marketplace, just disable that. It's just a bunch of extra stuff that you might or might not need. You could check and play with that later, but I'm going to personally delete that because I know it's useless for me on my point. I'm going to delete this too. The point of this thing right here, this plugin, is basically to just give you a message. It's pretty useless for me. And another thing about WordPress is that it's very free to use and customize, but the thing is that WordPress alone, just like that, it really doesn't have so much power or so many things that will make your site amazing or whatever. So, but the great thing about it is that you're able to add extra things that other people created to your site, like plugins. Plugins are all things created by people. Also, we're gonna get into themes later to be able to customize, but I just want to get the plugin set up first because that's technically one of the few things that I could explain to you quickly, and then the themes is gonna come out later. Alright, so if you click add new, we're gonna start with a few plugins that I feel like they are the most important of all of them. And the first one I want you guys to install is Yoast SEO. Basically, the need for this one, this is gonna help you set up every post and every page on your website so that it's able to be ranked quickly by Google, that is compliance, so that when the search engine, the computer search engine, the algorithms and whatever is going through everything, your whole website, it's gonna be like, okay, so this page is about marketing or whatever the heck it may be, about apples, right? You have a page about apples, how to grow an apple tree, right? And then when somebody goes on Google, right, and they type in how to grow an apple tree, how do you start the whole process, like a seed or whatever, then your website is gonna appear on that side, right? Because you don't want something to be unrelated to now. So just click install. In this new version of WordPress, it doesn't take you to another page like it would have beforehand. And for now, if we're gonna do this quickly, just activate real quick, and it should activate that plugin on your whole website. It should update certain things here, depending on what it's gonna do. Hopefully, it'll do something real quick. And also, forgive me for the internet; it might be slow. Well, here you go. See, you already got like 2 notifications. You added this whole thing just appeared on your whole screen. You have the Yoast SEO. So SEO technically stands for, by the way, just like a little side thing. Let me just write it here. SEO, search engine optimization. See, let me type so quickly. So technically, it just means that it optimizes for the search engine. Search engines could be Google, Yahoo, Bing, basically the 3 big ones in here in the United States. Okay, and I want you guys to come back and add a new one, because we're gonna add like for my list of things I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of things that we're gonna add. Alright, so the next one is Sumo Me, and as we keep on going, I'm gonna keep explaining why we will need each one of these. Alright, so as a quick little lesson thing, so Sumo Me is technically gonna be, by the way, you guys installed the one that says Sumo Me with the crown. The other two, I don't know what the heck they are, but pretty much this one, it allows you to grow your email list and to add certain features to your website that's going to help you capture and get some of those people that are going to your site, so you could keep them on your database of emails. And I'll show you how to set up the MailChimp and all those things, like services that connect intertwine with each other, so that when somebody sends you a message, or when somebody puts an email to your newsletter or whatever thing you're offering, like a PDF or ebook, like a lead magnet. I'll explain what those things are later on in a different episode. Right now, we're just trying to get to things quickly so that we can able to create our site and customize it. And then later on, we create the process. Okay, so how do I acquire those people to go to my site? And alright, so basically, it's just for now, just keep this in mind that Sumo Me is going to be one of those main tools that you're going to use to grow your following, so that you can keep them in a place that's safe. Because the thing about the internet, right, is that 100 people might go to your website, but if they left and they don't come back, so how in the heck did you ever capture or get their attention in any type of way, right? You need to get them to sign up to you so they could give you their information, so that whenever you post something new, they're updating on whatever information that you're trying to give, So the next one is MailChimp. Not MailChimp, Chimp. I have MailChimp because of something else, but yeah, MailChimp. So you guys are going to go here and find the one that's specifically for MailChimp. If I remember specifically how it looks, they have multiple. Alright, here we go. This one right here. The one with the 600,000 active installations. And you install that real quick. Alright, so, and basically for all the users in the future, you can install this one as well. But at the moment in time, it's just more extra work. That's just, that one that we're not going to use that opt-in form. And opt-in forms are technically like, for example, a pop-up can buy on your website on the corner or whatever. And it just designed a certain way that it's just going to look. Alright, so as you guys can see over here in this corner, right? We see that we got Yoast SEO, MailChimp, and SumoMe. They're going to quickly start adding up here, depending on whatever extra things that you want to add in the future. So let's go back again and add a new one. We're going to set all these things up later on. Right now, we're just trying to get these go through just quickly so that we could have them on our site ready and working. And alright, so and next one is contact form 7. Alright, so contact. You could put contact form or contact 7. It should pop up actually. If it doesn't, you just put 7 on it, contact 7. Hopefully it will go out. Alright, so yeah, now things like to show up so quickly here. But technically this one, the reason why I recommend this one, contact form, is because it's really customizable. I'll show you guys a trick that basically you guys could technically go ahead and see the changes live, because some of them don't actually let you do stuff. Oh my god. Yeah guys, forgive me for this. I know it's taking kind of long, whatever. But pretty much you can see all the different contact forms that you can install here. It should be contact form 7. If anything, let me just go real quick and search it up. Like new tab, whatever. Yeah, it's this one technically. It should have popped up over here. I'll just copy the whole thing. I probably saw it or whatever, but I probably skipped it because for some reason I see that too. Sometimes when people creating videos or whatever, they the ones that are actually looking for something live and they don't manage to find it. But there you go, see. So you type exactly like that, contact form 7 separately, and you just click install. It will be the one with the mountain, with the blue mountain, the green, and it looks nice. It says 1 million downloads, so you guys should know that that's the main one that most people download also. Many other options that other people create, but not necessary. Alright, so there's another one that's called W3 Total Plugin, Total Cache. So that one, it might appear here. No, it appears this is another alternative if you want to use that instead, but I pretty much use the W3 one. Because it gives you a quick update every time you make a change on your website, right? It's going to give you a little bar here that you click, cache now. So all the changes are going to be visible to your website. So also, by the way, to teach you guys what's the purpose of this in general. So, okay, so for example, right? Imagine your website. You have a bunch of pictures, a bunch of different things that you have that it takes a long time to download, right? And the thing is that every time that website is being pulled up, if it wasn't changed or if it was changed, you have to download it all over again. And it's just going to take a lot of space and time to just bring that back from your site to the server and back. And what this does is just creates a cache on your browser or whatever it may be that it holds it, and it loads up a quick version of the site as the new changes were made. So every time you just click on empty cache or whatever it may be, it just creates a new save, you could say, of your website that right there automatically. It just updates for everybody else, but it keeps a version that is super fast and easy to upload. And I'll show you guys about later on how to create, how to get faster speed of your website, because that's a very vital thing. Sometimes, like a saying is that after 7 seconds, somebody might leave your site because of the fact that, after 3 seconds of loading, somebody might leave your site because it took too long for them. You guys already should know that some of us are really impatient. You might be impatient and you might have skipped this whole tutorial or the other one actually, just to get to the actual stuff, but it doesn't matter. But pretty much the quicker things go, because it's a fast world, we have to act quickly, otherwise we miss our opportunities. So, and the third one is going to be Visual Composer, but it's actually not available here. For this one, I'm going to teach you guys a way to get it if you buy from the plugin. But you could buy this individually at their website. I don't have no affiliate link, so I'm not getting paid for endorsing this. I just really like this because I'm going to recommend it to you guys, because later on I'm going to show you the power of using this plugin. So don't worry, at the bottom of the description or whatever, I'm going to pop a feature thing, like a graphic up here on the screen showing you the website where you should go. Is wbbakery.com. So they are the actual owners of the Visual Composer plugin. But to the next step right now. So basically, what's up with this? We already got this information. Got this. Alright, so basically we go back to plugins. We got basically all the plugins that we needed. so far from that list of the simplest things that we need to at least make it look more sensible or whatever. And one thing I wanted to do real quick, let me remember if it was, let me change my password. I could do it here in front of you guys, but users. And yeah, guys, if you ever have any concerns about anything, you just go to users, so you are to your username that you created like earlier on the actual website creation. Go ahead and just go all the way to the bottom and create a new password. It's gonna generate a new one in general. So because of that fact, I'm gonna just cancel this and leave it like that, and then change it on later on, so you guys don't see everything. I could blur it out, but extra editing time takes more time. Okay, so right now your site might look like trash. I say trash because it's not really appealing. It doesn't have anything actually designed to look nowhere near good. And this is just pretty much looks like a blog that's kind of ugly, right? So one thing that I'll show you guys first, like free method, because over here in the little presentation thing, basically I put higher and cheap end for logos, but that also goes for how your website looks. Remember, if you guys are investing in your business, you want things to look as good as possible, right? So if you go to themes, appearance, and then add new, it's going to take you to a page where there's a bunch of themes that are all free for you to use that people made themselves. You could go ahead and use it for no problem, customize as much as those themes are customizable, because not all of them are able to be so easy to customize. That's why I'm going to recommend you 2 themes that I use myself on my websites, and they're very super customizable to anything you really want. But these 2, I'm not getting paid for that either, so don't worry about any type of thing like that. So, for example, right, you see all these websites, right? You could technically go here, click install, they'll install that theme there. Let's actually look for something specific real quick. Let's look at the popular ones to see if anything's actually any good. Look at that. That's true. That kind of looks cool. Well, 1 second. There you go. This mouse doesn't like to play with me, son. Alright, let's just preview real quick like this. And see, a simple theme like this actually looks professional enough for you to use on your own website. It's actually pretty good. So I'm gonna put this one down on the description, so you can actually, if you want to use this one yourself, you could go ahead and use it. Most of the time, these free themes that we got here, they have a paid version which lets you do a whole lot more, and you could go around and get that yourself if you want. Alright, but we already got Visual Composer out the way. So what I was saying earlier, that I had 2 themes that I'm going to show you guys that you could go ahead and go and download. Well, you have to pay for these 2, the V theme and then the Clio, depending on whatever purpose that your site has. So basically this one's a multi-purpose theme. It's $60 or whatever. But I'm going to tell you right now, it includes a bunch of extra stuff that is going to be off the hook for you guys to use. And I will be using most of those things when I get to that point in the whole tutorial. You don't have to. It's just extra, things to make everything look legit better. So this one actually has the Muffin 3 builder and the Visual Composer that I just showed you guys. And the point of those things is that with WordPress, for example, right now, right? The only way you could customize your site, unless you want to learn coding and all those extra stuff, if you're a business owner or aspiring to be, I recommend you do learn some type of things to understand at least how things work. But diving yourself in just to learn all those hours to go deep in, just to customize, it's just a waste of time, really. If that's not your goal, unless you're actually a graphic designer or web developer or web designer, then that's your suit. I actually took many, I learned online, I had my time and I did stuff. So basically for WordPress, this is how you change some of the things. This is not the best looking way of changing anything. Like, for example, let me just do this. See? You just change that. And colors, basically go ahead. Background color, you could change it to anything. See? Not very appeasing or appealing or whatever it may be. It doesn't look anything as good as it can be for you to customize what you want. And I know I took a lot of fluff here and it's probably adding more minutes, 60 minutes so far. But I don't know. This is what I'll do, so you guys know that I'll chop things up in all episodes based on category from what I have in my notepad here. And I also release this whole ton video, everything jam-packed. And then I also make separate videos for each, it'll be the same stuff, but it'll be cut down in certain chunks in case you might actually just want to look at one section, or if you already know some of this stuff here. Alright, so this one has a bunch of benefits. It has one-click installation for each of the things I'm going to show you real quick, because I'm going to be using that. And shortcodes, built-in mega menu, one-page websites, whatever you may need. It also includes a slider That's something I'll teach you guys how to use, which is very, very important. Alright, so basically I'm just showing you guys, basically as I keep scrolling, you guys can see all the things that it includes. Just so you know, like I'll put the link for this stuff there on the description as well, so you guys don't have to kill yourselves looking for it. Yeah, I was gonna look for the revolution slider. This thing is powerful. I'll show you guys all the stuff that I can do in the future. And see, basically all the plugins that we installed are basically here. We installed Contact Form 7, MailChimp, Yoast, W3 Cache, and then the Visual Composer, which is $34. You're getting it for free with this theme. And then the rest is pretty much all the free stuff that you could download also. But pretty much is extra stuff that could weigh down your website you don't need actually, unless that's your main goal. In the future, I'll do a tutorial on how to make an e-commerce website in case you have an actual store, or you want to sell stuff through dropshipping and arbitrage and all those stuff. Alright, so let me look at the other theme real quick. The Clio theme. So this one's $64, a little bit more expensive, but it also includes some of the other stuff the other one had, but it just includes different demos, and I'll show you guys some demos also. So example C, you could create any of these things. They already have it pre-made for you. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do things super quick and to be able to customize quickly and at the best possible. So they both, this theme and the other one, both use the best, whatever, like customization. Better way to customize. You guys will see when we start doing some of the small changes to the site. So as you guys see me scrolling, any of these that you like, I'm like, oh look, I like this for the Christmas or whatever time. Or I have an app or whatever. You could click one click and it automatically installs that on your website. All you have to do is just, drag and drop and replace whatever you may need for each page. So yeah, all of this stuff is pretty much, stuff that I use myself. I bought them already, so I'll install them pretty quickly. Let me get down to the bottom of the page. See, a whole bunch of information you can learn. And you can use this site for anything else actually. You could go around and find something that you like. If you don't like any of these, you could just go ahead and do that. Alright, so basically, now we're trying to get to the point of what theme I'm going to use for this website, right? For this website, I'm going to use a B theme. Oh, theme, not team, whatever. But, basically, there's 3 demos that I want to use. I'll give you guys an example of all of them. They'll show you real quick on the pictures of how they may look. But my website, since it's going to be personal, and that's the point of my website technically, so I'm going to use these 3. I'm going to use a combination of these 3, like, of the design. That's what I mean. This one, for the reason that it's about me, Victor Crispin or whatever. I'm going to have a logo design myself. I'm going to set up the pages, and I'm going to have a big picture of me somewhere, whatever it may be, better looking and better, my hair done with a suit or whatever, stuff that, looks more professional. And this one, because of the simplicity, 1 second, hopefully this is not frozen. Let me go back to the main page so you guys can see like the power of how good these websites look. And you could create the same thing basically. For you see all of this, that was made with this revolution slider. This whole site was made with that, and we're gonna be using that to make our own. See, this person here, they sell sculptures. If you're into selling sculptures or whatever service, you go ahead, that's a special menu like that. So I'll be teaching you guys how to make sites just like this. This other demo that I installed on the B theme, this is another one. I like the black and white because that's one of my favorite colors, and blue. But just imagine right now, keeping your heads that this one, and this one. My site is gonna be a combination of those 3. It's not gonna look like them 3, but forgive me for that. Notifications, man. That's the real estate. But yeah. So basically, my site is gonna become like a smash of those 3. It's not gonna look like that. It's gonna be its own thing, but it's gonna look just like that. And all those 3, you can find them here. And when I say that it's gonna look like these 3, I'm gonna use components of those 3 on the base how it looks. Because anything you do see here, you could make from scratch. You don't even have to click the demos to install them right away. So if you guys go on the B theme, this is what you buy. If you have a business website, that's what you want to do. Bam, you got all these. If you got entertainment, bam, all these. Creative, blogs, portfolio. If you just want to do like a resume type thing because you're just a student and you want to just, every time you're trying to apply for a job, you want to give the best thing possible. Look at that. You have all these. And for example, yeah, these are all available to you for 1 click and just for basically $60, The investment that you're giving yourself here, instead of using a free one, like no problem using a free one, whatever, like this one look good enough that you could customize to do simple things. But this, I'm telling you the power that you're going to be able to do. If you want to do as much as I will be able to do with my own website, you'll see because you won't be able to if you don't have that or whatever. I'm not getting paid, so don't worry. And this other one here has also a few ones that look good. I use this for the Skillify website, by the way. If you guys are wondering why I use this one instead of the other one, because this was more based towards people creating membership sites or whatever, or like communities. So yeah. Alright, so I'll take these all out. I'll put a link to all these stuff on the description. I'm just trying to free up a lot of RAM in my computer. Alright, like delete this, delete page, add themes, whatever. Alright, so the installation process, right? We go to click upload, then we go to browse. I don't know where I kept mine though, so I have to go ahead and find it real quick. It must be okay. Here we go. V theme, premium, theme files. Yeah. So when you buy yours, for example, whatever maybe. Let me delete that real quick. I don't need that. And so, for example, when you buy your theme, right, you're gonna get like a whole distribution thing. Like I said, you unpack that stuff and then you open it up. It's probably gonna look like this, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Click themes, V theme, and then click open. Once you click open, you click install now. It's gonna install the theme into your whole computer thing. But we're not finished yet, because the thing is that I think with WordPress is that when you have a theme and the people that created the theme makes a change, it's gonna create it on your website as well if you actually update it. But there's a system to bypass that, which is creating a child theme. You guys will see it. It's pretty much quick. It's already done for you. That's all you have to do is basically just install twice, and then activate the child one. So the child one will receive all the changes, but all the customizations you made to that one will stay the same. This is taking a little bit because since that theme is very big, you guys just saw that it had like about 220 websites. It's gonna take a while to like upload. And plus, I'm in the second floor, which I got trash internet here, so hopefully that doesn't kill you guys. Alright, so see, it just installed. I'm not gonna activate. I'm actually go back and return to the themes page, because I'm gonna install the second one, which you guys just saw there. Alright, add new, upload, browse, child, open, install. So you guys just saw like the basic steps. It's pretty quickly. You could do that yourselves. And then this one, I'm gonna actually activate, and a whole bunch of stuff is gonna be added to my site that I'll be able to customize. So you guys see that the main one is here and the child theme is here. These other three, you could delete that, but I'm not gonna waste your time with that. Okay, now, so what's different in my whole site? Let's go and look at it. Let me let this wait. This thing right here is for the the Sumo Me plugin that we installed. You could click X on that. We're gonna create the account for that later on. It's pretty quick. Alright, so you see the changes, right? It's not that appealing, it's not that magical. It's basically B theme, simple page, and whatever the one thing that we had on our website that it got installed automatically because we created it. Alright, so right now with that theme, we got the appearance, we got theme, we got B theme options and demo data, right? And then we just got plugins. We still got the same stuff from earlier, but here is the power from this. You're gonna get certain tabs that you didn't have beforehand. Clients, offer, portfolio, slides, testimonials, and contact, and certain things like that, templates, whatever. That this just all extra stuff that you could create to add to your site later on. Alright, so an extra thing that we gotta do, because we installed this whole thing, let's go to begin installing the recommended files. If your theme that you downloaded, if it was the same one as this one, I recommend you do it. If it doesn't have this option, then too bad. I guess you have to still buy the Visual Composer. But that's why I recommended it, because it's going to give you the Visual Composer and Revolution Slider, the main two important things that you could customize a website to look good as hell, son. Alright, so Visual Composer and Slide Revolution. And I will kind of do this, but not this. Layer Slider, not really needed. So apply is going to install all those three at the same time. Another thing, if you was wondering why this thing right here was like that, basically this force regenerate thumbnails. It's basically gonna crop your picture so that they are, small, and that they don't take so much size on your website, which increases and improves the loading time when somebody goes and puts Victor Crispin or whatever name you decide to put there. Alright, so I'm actually do this again. 1, 2. I forgot to do this. Install. Now it's gonna install both of those at the same time. I should have done that earlier, but somehow forgot. Alright, so we go back, and then we activate all three at the same time. Alright, so 1, and 3, then activate, apply. If I'm going too fast or anything like that, just like on the corner of the videos in YouTube, I don't know if you guys knew about that. You could click on the little wheel thing, and you could actually slow down the video, or you could just go back in time and you could just see how it's done. While this loads, is activating all the plugins the extra plugins that we're installing, and you guys will see the changes on the corner on this side of the screen. Hopefully this could be quicker. So guys, we're getting most of the end of this like 3 video series. I'm gonna break this down into more smaller videos because I know there's like a lot of stuff. They might be super short, like 6 or 5 minutes long each. My phone is having problems installing iOS 10. Might have to delete some stuff on that's too crowded or whatever. So while that loads, I'm gonna just come back here. Alright, so you guys remember all this stuff that we did earlier beforehand when we created our accounts? And there you go. See, they disappeared because they're installed. Now, if you scroll down, let me reload the whole thing. It's gonna show it soon. Cause I know the Revolution slider. See, welcome to Visual Composer. And now this is like the most powerful thing because now you're able to change your site to modify to whatever way you want and pages without needing the need to know how to code or like to need any of the extra stuff like programming. So we got the Revolution slider, which you're able to create things like these. Sorry, I took it off, but you remember that guy that showed up looking towards the side? Yeah. Alright, so the next step on my list for today, actually for this whole video thing, is creating our logo to replace it. I made it myself because since I already have Photoshop training since high school, and high school pretty much they just taught me the basics, and through practice I learned more and more how to do certain things. It's not that hard, but I created my logo for my thing, and I went through a little long process just to see what looks better, whatever. Like I asked my girlfriend to see, which one looks best, what color, black or white and black, whichever, negative space thing. Alright, so I was looking different ways to create my name. Since you guys saw, I told you guys I'm gonna create my own branding thing. Like, for example, my branding is, forgive me for that, that's a phone number. Let me pause this real quick. Alright, we're back, sorry for that. So with branding, the point of branding is that you want to give a feel to people. For me, I want to look like my services that I provide and the way I present myself when it comes to my services and the quality of my products is very high class. Like you see me right now in a shirt and my hair not done or whatever, but that pretty much doesn't matter. Like if you have a customer and they're really a business owner that's a smart business owner, they will not give two shits really about how you look. But your site has to represent what you're offering to them. The point of your site, by the way, is not going to be tailored towards what I do. It's basically going to be tailored to a story that the people are going to relate to. And from that, they're going to come to me and be like, oh, hey, Victor, I actually like the way you present yourself. I see that you're actually making videos teaching people how to do all this stuff. And I see you're very well knowledgeable on whatever. I actually want to hire you to help me out with my site. And, you guys will see kind of the stuff I'll be posting here on my prices, on hourly wages and consulting calls and whatever services I provide that I outsource with my team I have, like web designers and all that. And I'm not trying to advertise my own services, but you guys will basically be able to see if you actually go to victorcrispin.com after we finish with this whole thing. And so basically, like the point of branding, it's not just like a way of image. For example, Apple inspires a way of technology, advanced, progress, slick, easy to use. Maybe not easy to use, whatever, but I never found it easy. But unless it's an iPhone. But yeah, you know what I mean? Just like Microsoft, Kmart, whatever. Everything has a feel to it. Every time you think about something, you think about it. For example, Costco. What do you think about Costco when you hear that name Costco? I could buy a bunch of stuff, super cheap, compared and better and bigger in better quantities actually. And so basically my feel was technically to be at least looking a little professional, but designy-ish and luxury type wise. So for some of you guys, I know some of you might not know any knowledge of Photoshop. I wanted to show you 3 ways of getting your logos being done. The first method is the cheap one, which is, I told you guys, cheap one is basically doing it yourself or paying somebody to do it. First one is on Fiverr. So if you ever need anything done, you could go here and get something done for $5 easily. Like if you need a t-shirt done, they will do it for $5. Basically everything. I'll post the links down below on what you can do and where to go, the websites, in case you can't remember it well or see it here on the screen. And if you go to Fiverr, you create your account. I have a few stuff that I bought here. And you go to logo design. Also, by the way, a way to judge all of this, because I know some people might make some trashy ass logos that you guys will not even be happy with. To save you the time, please go ahead and look at if they are featured. But not just that, go ahead and do the filters. Don't just do relevance. Click on customer reviews. So that's gonna give you the people that are all the way on top. So hopefully they'll give me somebody that's on top with the 5,000 reviews. That's how, without the accent. But yeah, oh god. Alright, yeah, there you go. Sorry, I just didn't notice it was like that. Alright, so you see, if you hover over the icons and whatever, you see this person has 27k reviews of people that actually bought that item for $5. So you already know, like, minimum $5 that person made around. Let me calculate with my cheap calculator. 5 times 27. That person made $135,000 just by selling their services, but you were getting it for $5. They make whatever. They have all these stuff that they got here. You can see what they sell. This person will decide 2 stunning logos, bonus, whatever, free editable, whatever. They'll design business cards. Anything you want, they can make it here. And you just find somebody with a lot of reviews. And you also got to look at the stuff that they made themselves. Like, if you like the style, then go ahead and buy from them. If you feel like, oh, nah, it doesn't look like as good as I want it to be, then just go ahead and find another one. Always make sure that they have the 5 stars and that have a lot of reviews. And that when you click on their service that they're trying to offer you, that is good enough. For example, let's click this person right here. And okay, see, the basic option, the $5 option, is going to take you 4 days to get your logo. They give you 5 revisions, so if you didn't like a certain thing, you tell them, okay, go ahead and change this thing about my logo. I don't like this bear thing. This deer. I actually want it to look smaller and the letters to be bigger. That's 1 revision, whatever. You get all the stuff here, 3D. You pay a little more for $35, you get an extra more stuff, you see? So go ahead and look at that stuff in this corner. And also scroll down and look at all that extra stuff here. In one go, you could look at it and what they offer. You could go ahead and here quickly and look at the things that people replied with, if they actually enjoyed it or not. And go ahead and make your logo through that. Another option actually, sorry for that, is Upwork. If you're a business owner, actually, for you, this place is like a gold mine of talent or whatever it may be. Like, I hire people for my e-commerce business to create t-shirts for me, and other jobs are not here. And here, pretty much anybody, you can hire virtual assistants, just like the other place, graphic designers, web developers, programmers, people that will make a whole thing for you, consultants, whatever it may be that you may need, you can find it here. The thing about here is that you're actually going to pay more per hour. This is more quality stuff, but remember, quality over quantity is actually the thing you're looking for, because you're a business owner, you want to spend it on actually things that work for you better. You never want to have some half-ass job that doesn't complete enough for what you actually wanted. Or you might get a generic type logo that you just really like, what the heck, I don't like this. Alright, so here's another option. You could go ahead and Upwork. You could create a post job. This might take a little bit because of the internet. Click select or whatever. See, like, what kind of job are you posting? What part-time, short-term work, flexible, not sure. Less than 30 hours a week, less than 3 months, whatever. And full-time, if you're actually trying to hire somebody from the Philippines, you could go ahead and do it here. And you see the Rain Group, that's actually my company name, whatever. So, well, one of them. And you see, like, you could just go ahead, create, select. And as you keep going, you come here. Okay, so don't reuse. You come here, you go design and creative, and logo design and branding. Now you see, I need a logo done for my brand. I don't know what's up when every time I'm making a video, they just want to mess up. And you see, you go ahead and you post every little thing that you specifically want here. The color, the feel, the type of design. If you have examples and other things, you could upload them there. And if it's going to be one time and ongoing, like if you want to hire a full-time designer to be available for you 24/7 whenever you need them, you could go ahead and hire them this way as well. It's going to cost you money because it's a business and you're paying somebody to do work for you. They're actually going to work for you. And then the third option, let me take that away. I'm going to put all this stuff in the description, by the way. And the third option, 99 designs. So Here, things will get a little costlier. Because in one go, you will get something super, like, legit nice. Like, stuff like this quality. You see all this stuff here? Like, scrolling. Look at that. And here, you're going to get a value pack. Because this is going to be crazy. Tell me this. For example, you want a logo created for $100 or whatever the payment options are here. Like, I forgot my account name, so I'm not going to try to log in real quick. You're going to have like about 50 to 90 designers at one time creating one logo, multiple versions of logos for you. And at the end, after you see like 100 options or whatever it may be, that until you find the perfect one of all those people that design it, you give them the job, and then you could continue working more and more with them. You see? So this is a very powerful thing. This is like if you was working one-on-one with a design agency, a creative agency. And if anything, if you really don't want to go through none of those options and you actually want to go ahead, you could contact me and you hire me for that services, and I'll outsource through my team, and I'll tell them what you need, specifically how you need, and I'll advise you also on extra things. For example, if you need help with anything, creating logos or whatnot. And I think I wanted to give you guys as the last thing for the video, because I'm gonna end it here, and then I'm gonna post the next video next week. I have to finish uploading all this stuff. And another thing I wanted to give you guys, because I know you might get lost actually for, like, I don't know how I want my logo to look in the first place. For example, I already kind of know how I wanted mine to look. I wanted mine to look like a lettering, like you know, script, and that my name was the main point, my last name, Crispin, because Victor is very common, but whatever. But Crispin, I haven't seen that, like, you know, whatever. But here, tailorbrands.com. I'll post this on the description. For example, this is the powerful thing. Here, you guys are gonna love this, right? And this is how I got my idea for my logo. You could buy it from here. Also, there's another option. But I suggest this mostly like if you want ideas as to how do you want your logo to look in the first place. Alright, so you see this? This is a suggestion that they gave me from their website. Look, Victor Crispin. And then a cool thing that they do is that they give you examples as to how your logo might look on a website, on a t-shirt, on a bag, if you have a store or anything like that. And if you keep scrolling, you will see more options. I didn't like none of those three, so I just didn't use them at all. But from here, this is why I took part of the idea for my own. I know this, like, that's gonna be annoying. You might not guess it, but you see here, the reason why Victor VC is like split in half is because I got the idea from this VC. I was like, I could do something with that with Photoshop. Like, I could make something that could look nicer, you know, and I did. So if you go ahead, you see all these options. They give you all this stuff that looks nice, and you could buy this from them directly. You could do more customization afterwards after you pick the base one. All these logos that you got here. By the way, I'm not advertising for them. So for example, I described myself like, what do I do? A professional business consultant that helps build successful businesses and brands that will withstand the test of time with market relevance, positioning, and more, right? So whatever, next. And now, so what do you like on your logo? Like, you want an icon? You want a base name? Like, it's just, you want your name to be the thing, or you want an initial? So for mine, let's just try to see if I could replicate my own. So I want a name, an initial, right? So next, let's see what happens. So here they're gonna give you more extra options. Okay, so how do you want your logo to look? I like this one. I like this one. Between these two, I like this one. If you don't like none of them, you just click at dislike both. For this one, I actually kind of like that one more. I don't like none of those two. I kind of like this one more. And you also, like, you could think more ahead of it. Like, I'm doing this quickly just to show you guys. I like this one more. This one more. And now it's gonna like create some little things for you based on what you suggested to them. It takes a little bit, but you're gonna get good results. As a matter of fact, if you do this, you could just take a picture of them and create it yourself on Photoshop, and I have to pay the money anyways. Like, I know that was a low blow for me for saying that. But if you really want to be cheap, you could just go ahead, create a picture, then pay somebody $5 on Fiverr to recreate it. But alright, see? I got so many options for my name, like different logos that I could use for my own website. For example, you see all of these? This one actually looks mad nice though. I didn't see this earlier, but that looks mad nice. I'm actually gonna look at that later. See all of these? It's gonna love 2 more. That one looks cool too. This one looks alright, like the V. By the way, guys, I'm new to creating videos and all that, so I'm just getting like more used to it, like letting myself be free and not talking so formal like I do when I am talking business wise. So I'm getting my ghetto-ness in there, like my ghetto accent or whatever. Hey, New York City, what up? But yeah, like actually that logo right here looks very decent. I actually like it a lot. So if I go here, and this is a quick tutorial on how to rip off people. Please don't do it to me or whatever. But look at that. See, nah, I actually like this one more. Free sample. Look at that. They give you a free sample. You could download that. Opens up. If I do this real quickly, it opens it up on Yahoo. It looks, Yahoo. On Photoshop. Bam. I could steal this right now, but I'm not doing that. That's not good ethical shit. So, delete. But yes, guys, Taylor Brands, you come here to get ideas, not to steal from them. Forgive me for that. Don't sue me. I don't have money. So look at that. So, see, you didn't. If I was to make a brand for clothing or something, that would look mad lit. On a bag, that would look super good. This one too. I actually like this one a lot. Early when I saw it, I was like contemplating actually buying that one. But I was like, nah, let me just make my own. For the sake that I just gave you 4 or 5 options here to make a logo, right? We gave you Fiverr, Upwork, 99 Designs, and Photoshop. Any of those are for you. So guys, if you like this so far, if you want to see where we get to, like actually customizing this whole thing, making it look like your website, just go ahead and click on the next video. I'm gonna release the next one on Thursday. This Thursday that's coming up. This is a Sunday right now, so I'm gonna edit all the stuff that I just made and the other stuff that I do for the other businesses, and post this on Monday, tomorrow. And this thing Thursday, you're gonna get a video. Every Thursday I'm gonna just post a new video. I won't be recording every Thursday, but by Thursday it's gonna be like the scheduled timing. So guys, check on Thursday for the next one. The next one I'm gonna show you how to replace this with my logo itself. How to make a menu that looks appeasing. I'm gonna show you how, because I'm gonna have to plan all this. I'm gonna show you how I actually combine all those 3 websites to look for mine, because I'll have to plan all that to look super good for you guys. And go ahead, subscribe and like, share. Go ahead, hit me up on Facebook. Right now, I'll probably post like, the social media stuff around, on top, whatever. Go ahead and follow me on all that. I'm available on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatnot. You can go ahead and hit me up if you got any questions whatsoever about anything. Go ahead and hit me up on Facebook. Like, that's my most active place. And join the Skillify group. There we have a whole bunch of stuff mastermind. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day.